Welcome to Central News. I'm Hilary Entwistle. In today's news, the Waipa District's annual plan is out for submissions, and the council has detailed the spending of its $43.5 million in rates. Part of the coming year's spending in the district will be gaining feedback from the business sector on the recycling system and plans for the 150-year celebrations. Mayor Alan Livingston says part of the rates this year will go to a new Te Ao Musu library and potentially creating a greater community hub for Te Ao Musu.
It's a package along with our museum and accommodation for staff, and looking at the likes of display areas for exhibitions, etc. So a big picture opportunity to look at libraries of the future.
A Hamilton girl has been crowned Miss Teen New Zealand 2013 and will be going to Texas to compete in Miss Teen World. Hannah Moulden of Hamilton was crowned at the pageant, and another Hamilton girl placed third in the pageant, Hayley Haskell. Miss Moulden says when they called her name at the event she was in shock, but had no time to think about it as she had to make a speech. She says all the hard work has paid off and she is looking forward to the Worlds.
Oh, I can't really remember, I was just so excited. I had a speech straight after that, so I was just thinking, but it was awesome.
Now for our region's weather for the weekend. Hamilton, your Saturday will have long, fine sunny spells and light winds. Your expected high is 24 and an overnight low of 13. Tauranga, your Saturday will be mostly fine with an expected high of 25 and an overnight low of 13. Sunday for you, Hamilton, will have a few showers and northerlies turning into westerly later. Your expected high is 24 and an overnight low of 12. Sunday for you, Tauranga, will have cloudy periods, a chance of a light shower and a northeast breeze. Your expected high is 23 and an overnight low of 16. Just ahead, summer in Garden Place comes to an end. Welcome to Central News on TV Central. If you're from around Hamilton, you have probably attended one of the events that Summer in Garden Place has put on. But if you haven't, their grand finale is on tomorrow, and it is certainly one not to miss. Rangi Pole fills us in.
Well, it's been a great time. We've had so much positive feedback from the overall success of the events. People coming in, and it's really good to see, local people getting in behind the events that are happening here in Garden Place in the city. And it's just been a good time to provide these kind of events for them. So it's been really great.
So what have been the highlights of entertainment?
For myself, I would say having some of Hamilton's local young musicians come in and perform on the stage on Fridays. We've had the likes of Coral Pitcher, who is a fantastic singer-songwriter. She plays a guitar. Very good stage presence. We've had Monica Orb, who was a New Zealand Got Talent semi-finalist. Great voice. We've had Sunday Best, who was a Smoke Free Rock Quest semi-finalist, finalist. And so, all this great talent from Hamilton coming, getting on the stage, an opportunity, and just showcasing their talent to the wider public it's been a highlight for us, I think.
So have you had a good turnout to all of these events?
Yes, we have. We've had a great turnout, and it started in December with the Christmas tree lighting, and so there was a great event that night. And from then on, I think it just continued to build on the success of the last event. And I think if I remember correctly, February's Children's Day Carnival had over 5,000 people come through Garden Place and into the library on that day. So that's definitely a sign of everything's going good. Great turnouts, and we're really enjoying it.
Now the big finale is on tomorrow. Tell us about that event.
Well, this is the grand finale event to finish off the program that started in December, running right through obviously to the end of March. And so this is just that last event, that last carnival that we wanted to put on in Garden Place. And when we started thinking about this, we thought of doing something a bit different. So the previous carnivals that we've done, they were daytime carnivals, and so we thought with this one would run a little bit different. And so we started starting in the evening and running it to the later night time, which we thought would kind of add a bit of fresh life to it. We'd be able to light up the space and things like that, and get some activity going in there.
What entertainment will be available on the day?
There's going to be great entertainment, including, there's a whole lot. We've got the Sunday Best Trio that I just mentioned before. They're going to be doing some live electro music that they usually do on the stage. There's going to be the Waitaiko drummers. We've also got a market area with craft stores, food carts, coffee. We're going to have a photo booth with take-home photos, glow-in-the-dark face painting, a lot of live music on stage. We're going to have inflatables, carnival rides like the Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round for kids, carnival games like the dunk tank, the hammer strike bell thingy, just a whole lot of entertainment, fire performers. There's a whole list of it, and it goes on and on. So I would just say come along and have a great time.
All that in Garden Place.
All of that into Garden Place, yes. It's going to be packed out full on, and hopefully there'll be standing room only.
What time does it kick off?
So it starts at 6 p.m, runs right through to 10 p.m. So a bit later in the evening, as I said, but it'll definitely be a good time because the space will be lit up nice and bright. We have lights everywhere, you know, it'll be good, it'll be lit up.
And who is the event for?
This event is for anyone and everyone. It's for anyone who comes along and anyone who has nothing to do or something to do. Because if you come down, you'll have a good time, we guarantee it. There'll be, like I said, live music and plenty of stuff to do.
So it's not just for families?
No, it's not just for families, it's for young, old, anyone, it's for anyone.
So all Hamiltonians?
Every Hamiltonian, yep, and those beyond the Hamilton borders.
And so how much does the event cost?
The event, well, that's a good part. It's absolutely free. It's fully funded by the Hamilton City Council, and it's supported by local businesses such as the Hamilton Central Business Association and Zeal Hamilton, all put on for everyone to come and have a free good time.
Do you think there will be something similar next year?
Yes, I definitely think there'll be something similar next year. I can guarantee that, yeah.
So what makes Garden Place so special?
Well, one of the things is that it's located right in the heart of Hamilton, where Alexander and Caro meet. Right there at the Shed Pedestrian is Garden Place. There's some fantastic local eateries that look onto the space. In the summertime, you can find outdoor tables and chairs, outdoor furniture, outdoor games, all there waiting for people to come along, interact, have a turn with, and just relax in the sun.
And there's also the reading room.
Yes, there is a reading room. Now in summertime, as it is quite hot out in Garden Place at sometimes, you can come in, grab a book and actually take a book from the library and go out there and read your book outside. You don't have to stay inside the library. You do have to have a library card though, obviously. But you can take that book out there, sit in the sun and have a read on some nice, comfy outdoor furniture.
So where do we get more info?
All things Garden Place, you can find it on our website, www.summeringardenplace.co.nz, or you can like us on Facebook, so do that, that'd be great. We're trying to get our viewers up, which is obviously Summer in Garden Place on the Facebook page. Give us a like and you can stay tuned in with all the events that are coming up. You can look on the website and it shows what's going on. And if you want to make your own event in Garden Place, you can do that. If you want to book your own event, you can do that all through the website, www.summeringardenplace.co.nz. There's a little booking form on there and it's all good.
So what about winter in Garden Place?
Winter in Garden Place, yeah, there's thoughts about winter. We're looking into it. There's a whole lot of things you can do in winter, fireworks and matariki, so we're looking into that.
For more information on tomorrow's event, visit their website, summeringardenplace.co.nz. Coming up next, the Jazz Festival. Welcome back. The Jazz Festival is well underway with events happening around Tauranga today. I caught up with the festival director to find out about all things jazz.
So the historic village turns into the Jazz Village for the weekend. So it's on Easter Sunday and Easter Monday, and we will see the bunting go up, and we basically recreate New Orleans. So there'll be bunting everywhere, there'll be strolling bands, there'll be bands on the main stage on the grass area, which will have a bar and a food court where we've got about 15 to 20 food stalls, so you can eat your way around the world. We've got curry sandwiches, Thai food, you've got everything you can possibly think of. And then in the main part of the village, we've got an amazing lineup of musicians playing in the New Orleans factory, which is just at the main gate there. We've got on Sunday the Baby Jazz series and Young Guns of the Blues. So that's little kids from 8 to 14. So that's going to be really special. That's on Sunday. And then Monday in there we've got some amazing performers. We've got Frank Gibson, who's a very famous drummer, and the Woody Woodhouse connection. Woody Woodhouse actually performed in the first festival 51 years ago, so it's very special that we've got him playing this year as well. So Easter Sunday at the Jazz Village, we've got all sorts of things. We have got pony rides, we've got markets out the front on the lawn where you can have a stroll and look around, and I think we've got the SPCA here, we've got hot cross buns for sale, arts and crafts, we've got the Easter Bunny, treasure hunts, all sorts of things going on. So it's very busy and just a fun-packed 2 days here at the Jazz Village, really. So we're really excited about that.
What is the Jazz Cafe?
The Jazz Cafe it's at Bay Court, and the Jazz Cafe is, we try and put a really good selection in the Jazz Cafe, so even if you're not really into jazz, there's still plenty to go and see, and it's obviously cafe-style seating with nibbles and a bar. It's a really nice evening out, and we've got an amazing lineup in there. We've got Adams and Gavin, Kevin Field, we've got Down Home Blues Review, which is a mixture of Mike Garner from Rotorua and Kokomo. They're both really well-known kind of blues artists, so they're kind of joining together to make a concert for the Saturday night, and that's not far off sold out, so that's going to be a good one. And then we have Miho Wada on the Sunday. Miho has got a mini orchestra. She's a really cool chick. She's really young and funky, and she's just absolutely on fire. Like you could listen to her forever. So that's very exciting. And then last but not least, we've got the Hurricane Party on Saturday night. So it's a dance party basically. So we've got music going from 10 till 1 in the morning, and that's for our younger crowd. We're just trying to get younger people into jazz and get them excited. So that's awesome. So that's in the Jazz Cafe. So we'll still have cafe-style seating, but we'll clear the dance floor as well. So that'll be really cool. And then to finish it off in the Jazz Cafe on Sunday, we have got the TUI Awards. And the TUI Awards are basically the Rian's Jazz Album of the Year. And it's a very, very special thing for Tauranga to have. And this year, the 3 finalists are all coming and performing at the TUI Awards. We've got Nathan Haynes, Jennifer Zia, and Whitty Marco Black. So they're all going to perform with a backing band of Phil Broadhurst and his band. So it's going to be a special one on Sunday at 1 o'clock.
What's happening at the Trinity?
The Trinity, well, we've got some really special kind of cocktail kind of functions going on at Trinity Wharf, Tauranga. Kind of rolled out the red carpet a little bit for that. So your ticket is including a glass of wine or beer and some nice kind of table snacks. So that's just makes it a little bit special. We've got Friday night at the Trinity Wharf at 5:30 is Phil Broadhurst, and he's accompanied by an amazing singer called Susan De Jong. So that's Friday. And then Saturday evening, again, Phil Broadhurst, and he's got a special guest, Roger Mannings, which is very special. He plays the saxophone, so he's very important, Roger Mannings. So that's it, really.
The Jazz Festival isn't just for hardcore jazz fans, is it?
It's not. We've got something for everybody. And even if you don't like jazz, it's still lovely to, go to the downtown carnival and soak up that atmosphere and grab a beer in one of the bars, or come down to the Jazz Village and bring your kids and, just relax and enjoy the atmosphere again. So yeah, definitely. And there's so many things to see that, you can, you don't have to be a hardcore jazz lover to see. Things like Miho Wada and the Hurricane Party, even just coming to have a look at the kids at the youth competitions. You don't have to be completely into jazz to enjoy all those things.
This year's going to be cheaper.
Yeah, this year as I said before, the Tauranga Jazz Society put on the festival, and they're obviously a non-for-profit organisation, and they just want to make things affordable for the wider community. So we basically have not got any tickets over $50. So even the main concerts like Nathan Haynes is under $50. So we just tried to keep everything affordable to try and just, reach more people basically.
Now lastly, do you think that this year will be better than last year?
I hope so. I think every year, no matter, I'm so proud of what we achieved last year, and it was awesome, and it was fantastic to have Earth, Wind and Fire, and everybody had fun, and the weather was lovely. But this year, every year we want things to be bigger and better, and we just want to do things more professionally, and we want to have different bands and a better experience. So I think this year will be quite different, but hopefully some aspects will be better than last year.
Visit jazz.co.nz to view the timetable, the headline acts, everything that is Jazz Festival. Just ahead, Hamilton Girls High School's photography exhibition. If you've just joined us, welcome to Central News. A recent Waikato school has embarked on a photography project displayed at the Waikato Museum. I caught up with the teacher involved to find out more.
It's about students and their life outside of school. So we got the project going in 2011 as part of the school centenary. So that's what was the go-ahead for it. And my idea was to capture, the Girls High is really multicultural, and there's about 52 different ethnicities there. And my idea was to capture that range of students. I had this idea that it would be really cool if we gave them, it's technically called People's Voice, where you give people the camera to take outside and they take their own pictures and capture their own stories. So that's what we did, and we got a real cross-section of students.
Is there any specific criteria?
Not really. It was open. We opened it up to year 9 to 13, so it was, and not necessarily art students, it was open to the whole school. I did a presentation where we showed them lots of photojournalist works across the range from Henri Cartier-Bresson right up to Anna Vestra now. And we then asked them to volunteer. I got about 120 volunteers to do the project. My criteria then was to narrow it down to, I wanted to do 52, because we had 52 cultural diversities there. I wanted to do 52, and my criteria then was to get a real cross-section. So from the Indian, Fijian, Indian, Somalian girls, the Maori, the Pacifica girls, the European girls, just to get a real cross-section. And then if some of the students had something interesting, I had one student whose father was making a mud house, so I thought that would be good. I had another student whose father lived in a bus. So I also picked, they had to write down who they had to fill in a form, who they were, what they were, why they wanted to do the project, and then I picked what potentially would make the most interesting photographs in terms of student stories.
Why did you decide to connect this project with the Waikato Museum?
We did the project initially for the school, and we wanted to get it into the Waikato Museum because it's a real statement about not only Hamilton Girls High School, but about Hamilton as a community and the wide range of communities that actually live here. And I think it is a very relevant exhibition that I think everybody in Hamilton should see, and the wider districts as well, because I think it does really communicate very clearly and very visually who we are, how our city's looking, and how colourful it is, and how diverse, and how wonderful.
What range of students did it involve?
The range of students, well, again, we had 13-year-olds up to 18-year-olds. So we had students from across the social background. So we had sort of the lower social-economic groups, the sort of poorer students up to the sort of quite wealthy students, and the cultural diversity, the ethnicities. The Fijian Indians, the Pakistani girls, the Somalian girls, the Pakeha girls and Maori girls. We had a vast range.
So tell us about some of the more interesting projects.
Very different. So one of the Indian girls wanted to take the camera into the temple, the local temple, and got some beautiful images of the priests. They didn't just have to photograph people, they could photograph still life. So this particular girl got lots of images about the Indian statues, the Hindu statues, which are very colourful. We've got one of our Chinese girls' mothers worked family work in a takeaway, so she shot the sort of the place of work, which was really cool. She's got a really cool shot of her brother and sister waiting on bags of rice at the back of the shop, waiting to go home. So yeah, lots of variety really.
Were there any particular pieces that were quite emotive?
We got a beautiful photograph of my Somalian girls, Nezra and Samira, playing rugby, dressed in their beautiful, colourful outfits, and I feel that's a real wonderful juxtaposition of Somalian culture really embracing New Zealand culture, Kiwi culture, rugby culture, as we are a rugby nation.
So what have you enjoyed most about having the students' work on display?
It's really fulfilling when you work really hard. The project took a lot of work. I worked on it for probably just about a year, and it was, again, engaging the girls. We did workshops with the girls. We then, once they started bringing the images to me to look at and edit, initially I got a lot of pictures of pussycats, and then I pushed them and worked on them, and once the images started to come out, I was going, my goodness, some of these images are absolutely stunning. They're so expressive, they're just beautiful. And now that we've got them in an exhibition, a very public exhibition, it's just fantastic that people can actually see them. And to actually share your own work with a wider public, I think is the most satisfying thing ever.
So what has the reaction been from the public?
Fantastic. People think it's great. We got a really good... I was just standing in the exhibition the other week, and this an Italian family came. They were visiting New Zealand, and they just raved about the exhibition. They thought it was the best thing they'd seen. A lot of people think it's a very, very powerful, strong photographic show.
What do you think that the students actually get out of it?
The students themselves really enjoyed it for a number of different reasons. A lot of them did the exhibition because they wanted to show us who they were and what made them tick. They loved that opportunity of having a window to show that. Some had never taken photographs and never been involved in art, and that was a real learning curve for them, and they really enjoyed it. Just being part of a really big project, it's very fulfilling for them.
For more information, visit waikatomuseum.co.nz, and it really is a must-see. That is the news for today and this week. We really want you to be involved, so like us on Facebook and let us know your views. If you have news including your own video and photos, go to our website and hit upload. Thanks for joining us. I will be back next week with more guests from in and around the regions. I'm Hilary Entwistle. Have a lovely evening, and I hope you enjoy the long weekend.
This has been an Alpha Media production, a division of Television Media Group.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.